Takom serves a variety of topics in model making. A model that is very interesting to me is the MQ-8B Fire Scout helicopter drone in 1/35 scale. In this video I build and paint the model. I have to fix a wrong decal, do some nice weathering, paint 3D printed figures and build a small base. You are watching Scalar Den, and now let's have some fun with the model. The 2023 kit is the second release of the MQ-8B from Takom. As the beautiful box art promises, the rotor folding mechanism and the armament have been added. 4 different versions can be built, with the main difference being the nose and some side panels. The kit has very good details, with positive rivets and recessed panel lines. It also contains PE parts and clear parts for the sensors and lights. Typically for Takom, the instructions are very small and the construction steps could be better visualized. There's no color scheme and no decals for the armament. All in all, you get a very good overall package for a very fair price. Before you start, you should decide which version you want to build and whether the rotor will be folded or open. It is best to mark the relevant parts in the instructions. The construction is going without any problems. The fit and quality of the parts is very good. Some holes need to be drilled. The connection between the fuselage halves is sanded. In some places you have to be careful not to lose the details of the positive rivets. Overall, there are more small parts on the fuselage than I expected, but it's a lot of fun to build. The build is making good progress. To be sure I don't get a tail sitter, I added some weight to the nose, but I don't think it's really necessary. I decided to build a weapon loadout like the box art, to show the different options. The rotor head consists of many small parts and is not well shown in the assembly instructions. The same applies to the tail rotor. Here you can see the main rotor in the folded state. PE parts increase the level of detail and are a nice addition. Since I'm not a big fan of handling these parts, it's always nice to see them finished on the model. Before painting begins, all parts are cleaned with isopropanol. Then I use black and white primer to prepare the model for further coloring. In order to get better color modulation, insignia white and buff are used as pre-shading colors. The main color is light ghost gray. I spray thin layers to avoid losing the pre-shading effect. It helps to let the paint dry briefly and check the paint coverage. Additional layers of color are then added until you are satisfied with the result. The rotor plates get dark ghost gray to add another shade of gray. A mix of medium gray and dark ghost gray is used to darken the panel lines. A mix of insignia white and light ghost gray is then used to brighten individual panels. Decals for 4 different fire scouts are provided, and the respective marking guide is well designed. You just have to make sure that the serial number and the unit emblem match. All decals were attached and sealed with clear varnish. But somehow I managed to attach the most prominent decal incorrectly, and the repair process could begin. In the end, the right decal found its place, and I will be more careful next time. Most of the small details were painted with a brush. I mainly use acrylic paints from Vallejo and AK. Weathering is one of my favorite parts of scale modeling. I use different Abteilung oil paints and white spirit to mix a wash. Later I use filters and other ready diluted enamel products. After a short drying time, excess wash is removed with cotton swabs. A dry, soft brush is also used to blend the weathering. A layer of matte clear varnish seals the weathering at the end. Now all parts are ready for the final assembly. I started with the rotor head and external loads. The holder for the folded rotor plates consists of several parts. It's best to use superglue and build the holder piece by piece. Overall, everything worked well and the fit was better than expected. Final steps are completed. The lights are painted, exhaust smoke is added, and finally a matte clear coat is used to seal everything. To give the model more context, I 3D printed two figures of the deck crew. After priming, I painted the figures with a brush and acrylic paints. I paint the respective color tone and mix the dark and the light variation to represent shadows and highlights. Later I used different filters as a wash and at the end the dry brush technique to further increase the color modulation. For the base I used a cheap picture frame, foam and balsa wood. The wood was sealed with white glue and then AK terrain asphalt was applied. You can add water to make the surface nice and smooth. A stiff brush can be used to add texture to represent the anti-slip surface of a flight deck. Reference photos of flight decks range from light grey to black. Therefore you can use almost any grey and you shouldn't hold back when it comes to weathering. I used flight decks from littoral combat ships as a template. Now it's time to bring everything together. I had a lot of fun with the project and can definitely recommend Takom's kit. Figures and a small base enhance the whole thing, so just try it out. I would be very happy about a comment, thumbs up or subscription. Now enjoy the final result.